Welcome back to Aledius Sports Talk. I am your host, Enrique Aledius. So happy to be back.
We're back!
Finally, for season 2 of Aledius Sports Talk as we gear up right now for the NFL season. And it begins with the
Reigning, defending
Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs, going up against Motor City Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions.
We're going to bite a kneecap off.
Possibly the brand new Lions. We don't know yet. We'll see. Look, I'm just so happy to have NFL football back. The biggest question, though, I think for this game for me is going to be, it's headline news right now if Travis Kelce is going to play. His status is unknown. I think as more information is coming out, actually, I think it's more going the other way where he probably isn't going to be playing. I think with the information about his hyperextended knee and also being week 1, you don't want to risk having the injury get worse. So I'm really starting to doubt that we will see Kelce on the field tomorrow. I don't think that's going to happen. We'll see what happens between the Chiefs and how they'll do if Kelce is indeed out. Players to watch for the Kansas City Chiefs, in my opinion, for this game is going to be for sure reigning MVP Patrick Mahomes.
I'm here all day! I'm here all day! I'm here all day!
You know, again, with Kelce being out with the hyperextended knee, we don't know how that's really going to turn out for him, but it's going to heavily affect the way Mahomes plays because everyone knows that Kelce is his go-to target, but the Chiefs, being the Chiefs, have a lot more alternatives. We may have to see more production from Kadarius, Toney, Marquez, Valdes-Scantling, and personally, I think we're going to see Pacheco get more carries if the Chiefs decide to go with a run game against the Lions. The Lions aren't that great with the run. And on top of that, for the defensive side, though, for the Chiefs, no Chris Jones yet. That's a big story there with them. Lots of questions there on how and when the deal will get done. But at this point, Andy Reid just said, look, we're just going to move forward. We're going to roll with who we have.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
There's nothing really that he can do or the team can do except for wait for Chris Jones and management to work that all out. So the Chiefs, they have their share of problems. But again, let's not forget, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs, Super Bowl champions. And Mahomes, as long as number 15 is back there, I think they'll be just fine. Some temptation here to think that maybe the Lions could upset the Chiefs, but personally, I don't think that the Chiefs are in that deep of trouble that they would be upset by the Lions, but we'll see what happens. Again, this is why we play the game.
You play to win the game.
If the Lions put up a fight, we could really see a close game out here, but personally, I think that the Chiefs are going to take this one and win it for game 1 in week 1 of the NFL season. On the Detroit Lions side, for the players I'm looking at for this matchup, definitely going to start with Jared Goff. Look, I know it's the Lions, and I know Goff gets that reputation for getting kicked out of LA and all that, but I think he sneakily got better past year. And that Lions offense, they put up some points last year in a couple other games, and look, if they can really get it together, I think that they can have a good chance to at least put up a fight this game. And I hate to even frame it as if like the Lions have no chance and they have no shot. I think they could surprise some people. Do I think they're going to beat the Chiefs? Personally, I don't know. I won't go as far as saying that, but again, with Kelce injury, question marks on Kadarius Toney. Sometimes he's not always healthy. We could see, maybe a little changing of the strategy in the offensive side of the ball, but we'll see how again that goes. Maybe it could be their chance to win it. You don't know. We don't know how it can turn out, but I think that if it's a low-scoring game, if it's a tight game, I'm not sure if I would give the edge to the Lions there. I think the Chiefs would probably take that. But if we see a high scoring, maybe a little bit of a shootout, we could see how the Lions could stand a chance there. We could see if they could pull out a win, maybe even just at least cover the spread there. But I think in order for the Lions to stand a chance, we're definitely going to need to see production from Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Marvin Jones Jr. Last year, they had Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift put up good numbers for them. I don't know if Jahmyr Gibbs this year can necessarily replace the success of last year's backs right away, but he is getting a lot of hype, and he's being compared to Alvin Kamara, so that's something to look out for. That's a heavy comparison, but if that's what people are saying, we'll wait and see how that turns out. But that could end up being a huge get and a huge plus for the Lions in the running game if he turns out to be on that same potential level as Kamara. So that's a huge thing for them. As far as my bets go for this game, not really going crazy for this. It's week 1, so I just kind of want to sit back and enjoy opening night. But I will go. My one bet here is going to be the over and a little bit of a parlay. I will go with the over at Pacheco over 50 yards rushing and a touchdown. I feel like I'm kind of leaning on the Chiefs to rely on the run game against a Lions defense that didn't do too well against the run last year in a couple of games I saw. So for me, that's going to be my bet, but that's the only one. Not going crazy for this game. Kind of want to just enjoy it, but that is my bet if anyone is interested in tailing that one. That's what I've got. Should be a fun one, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the most wonderful time of the year for us sports fans, for us NFL fans, and that is the start of NFL football.
It has begun.
Here we go.